I work with leaders who are interested in aligning their organization's behaviors with their values.
Mm-hmm.
And so you say you want to live up to this standard, but what structures, what policies, practices do you have in place to ensure that happens? So, for example, you might have an organization that says, well, we live by this value of respect, but you've never operationalized it. You never made it clear what exactly does respect mean, what does it look like, and what are the appropriate behaviors for each person within your organization. So, for example, let's say I'm a leader and I say the way I lead with respect, and let's say you're my direct report, is that I say, hey, here are the things that you're doing wrong. Here are the things you're doing right. Here's some resources for you to adjust those things. Do you have, can you get this to me in 2 weeks? Does that work for you? And you say yes. And now for me, I think that I've respected your time because I've turned this hour meeting into 5 minutes. Because I respect your work and
Absolutely.
I also want you to succeed. So I told you what's wrong, I told you what's right, and I gave you those resources. Well, as a direct communicator, that's how I define respect. But if you are an indirect communicator, you're going to think Melissa don't care about her team. She don't care about me as a person. All she does is care about this work. Like, she ain't asked me how my day was. I told her my cat died. She ain't asked me nothing about none of those things. And as a leader, I'm like, I do care about those things. I just don't think right now is a time to talk about that.
Right. The focus has to be this.
The focus is on the thing we're focused, what we're talking about, which is your performance.
Right.
And so you now see me as disrespectful. Right, because I'm not showing that I care about you as a person. When in my mind I do, I'm just showing it differently. So what does it look like to incorporate in the expectations of respect that there are multiple ways of communicating? And how do we, as a team, share what our expectations are? So you might say to me, hey, Melissa, I recognize you're a direct communicator. I do want to have a little bit of time during our meeting just for small talk. And I can say, all right, well, I'll meet you halfway. I'm not keeping this meeting an hour. It also don't have to be 5 minutes.
Right.
Right. So I can say, well, let's make this meeting 20 minutes. The first 10, we're going to talk about, how's your day?
Right.
Sorry about your cat. Heard you went to Bahamas. How's it going?
Pleasantries.
All the little things that I don't really need, but you need it. And I want our relationship to be productive. Right. And so then we spend 10 minutes on that. The last 10 minutes, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I'm still be a resource. And I'm going to remember that for you, that you need that. And so what organizations don't do is they don't align very clear definitions and behaviors with what they say their organization stands for. And so I work with organizations to really outline that in very clear ways.